Okay, I hope I'm on because I don't hear a sound, but I guess I'm on. Can you
I,
hear me real good?
yes, I can hear you clear.
Okay, Logic. I got my girl Logic here, guys. Welcome, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. We added again. It looked like she dropped off, but you better put your seatbelt on because we was doing good in the back stage, and all of a sudden she went ahead and she dropped. So she should be in a few. Logical speak. She's gonna come on and help us out, guys. We're gonna go and talk some more about love and marriage in Huntsville. Really, not love and marriage in Huntsville because most of all this stuff right here is happening on social media. So let me go ahead and get logical. What I need you to do is put your seatbelt on, okay?
I'm trying.
You
Yeah.
put that seatbelt on, girl. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into my show, guys. Like I say, welcome my guest, Logical Speak. She's gonna come in and we're gonna sit there and just comb through all this stuff because this have gotten a little too far. To me, is out of hand. What you think about that, Logical? You there, Lodge?
I really think it's out of hand. It's been out of hand for a while. I'm not sure why. I believe it's a
So just
setup.
just hold on, guys, because she's still new. This is your first time coming on a platform, right?
It is my first time.
Yeah, yeah. So if you hear any pulse or anything, it's just because she's new. She's still trying to feel her way out. So we're gonna trust me. I'm gonna get her set up where she can be able to put some kind of avatar picture, whatever she want to go ahead and put in. So we're gonna go ahead and get that together. But guys, yeah, welcome, welcome to Real Talk with your girl, Lady D. Like I said, this right here to me, they have taken it a little too far. You there?
Can
It's
you
a
hear me?
feedback lodge.
Can you hear me?
I heard a little feedback.
Oh wow, my
Okay,
goodness.
you good now? You good now? It was like I guess she was moving the foam around or something like that.
Yeah, I unplugged the earpiece to see if I could just speak through the mic on my laptop. Is that clear?
Yeah, it's very clear. I hear you real good.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna talk about the topic that I had put on. When it comes to all this stuff. With Karson Bleu just coming in, and the thing about it is, what's so strange about it is that she really didn't have a part. On that show, she was just like an extra, a plus one. They didn't even let her speak, and if she did, like I said, they cut it on a cutting room floor. So I'm trying to see, if she's trying to put her foot in this business. And I think, being a part of own network, that's a dream for everyone.
Yes.
So I want to know, why would she just mess it up? I see Donna Davis is in the house. She said hi, Lady D. Also, Jam came in. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming in and supporting my channel. We're gonna see if we can comb through it. But what you think about it? I think that she's going the wrong route because own network, and being a part of you know, Oprah Winfrey Network,
Mhm.
that's a dream to come true.
Yes. I really think she want to be on the show. She has a husband, family, business. I think she said she had 4 children. So she's perfect for the show. She's a beautiful girl, intelligent. I really think she wants to be part of the cast.
So why do you think that she's going that route? By getting herself into something that she really don't know anything about. Because
Mhm.
if you have the receipts of what happened like 2 years ago with Martell, whatever, why you don't put it out? Why are you going around like on a press tour saying that you think that it was Arionne Curry that went ahead and made a fake page and gave me all that information? Why would she even put herself in something like that?
Well, I think she knows the fans are like private investigators, and it was going to come out that she knew Ariana.
Hmm.
So I think she decided to go on and present it herself, everything that she knew, because it was going to come out. Somebody was going to dig around and find out that she was once a friend to Ariana.
Mm-hmm.
She brought it on out rather than somebody else bringing it out.
Oh, okay. I see Starbucks lover is in the house. Yes, indeed, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just feel at home. In here is real talk, unapologetic and unbiased. Yeah. So, how you feel about her?
Um, I believe she is a strong woman. She can stand her own ground with anyone on the show, including Melody. I think she's a beautiful girl, very high spirited. I think she'll be an asset to the show.
So you like her?
I think, yeah, I like her.
Okay. Well, with me, the jury is still out with her, and the reason why is because it's like she's going wherever the wind is blowing. I feel that she would have been a great asset when it comes to being under the tutelage of the Scots. And the reason why I say that, because like I say, this new reality show is coming on. Carlos King is pitching, called Love and Marriage in Detroit.
Yeah.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think that Martell is from not Martell, Marcel is from Detroit, right?
I think he's from somewhere in Michigan, close to Detroit. Not
Mm-hmm.
sure of what city. I heard it's like 30 minutes outside of Detroit, where Marceau and who is that? Maurice are from, but it's still Michigan.
Mm-hmm. Because they say that he might, have some of the scenes, or he might play a part
Hmm.
on that show, which that would be good if they can go and try to, move over to Love and Marriage in Detroit and just try to go ahead and help that out. Because I don't think, when it comes to Love and Marriage in Huntsville, I just don't see them, going any farther with that show. I think that show pretty much is trash. I think that's it. And it's not because of the show, it's because of the bloggers and the fans, and
Yeah.
they only lifting up one cast member. Where who we talking about? We have like maybe about 8 different cast members that's on Love and Marriage in Huntsville, and we only really talking about two. And it's not like it's in a positive or something that they doing to educate our people. We talking about all this stuff that they should have went ahead and just move on from it. So when you getting the fans and the bloggers and everybody just getting so involved and taking it to a very, very dark place, I don't think that it's going to even recover from that.
I don't think so either. I can see Carlos being supportive of Marceau and Maurice um, participating on Love and Marriage Detroit. He doesn't have a problem with Martell being on the Housewives of Atlanta. So sure, I believe he will allow Marceau and Maurice and probably Kimmy or Tisha to float in and out on the Detroit show. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Because look up Martell, he got doors opening for him on Real Housewives of Atlanta. So, you know, so quite obvious if Tisha and her husband, well, really the Scots, can go ahead and help out this other show to move forward. I think it's a plus, because now I was reading on Facebook, in this group that I saw, where they saying that it's 2 millimeters. It's the millimeters and the fanatics. I never heard of that. The millimeters, now they want to separate themselves now, where they saying the ones that's acting overzealous, they call them the mellow fanatics. But like I said, you cannot change a leopard with spots. If they got spots on it, it's just all messed up. It's like now you trying to detach yourself, because you guys now is giving yourself a different name, a bad name. So do you think that they can separate themselves from the millimeters to the mellow fanatics, separate themselves from all that toxicity?
I think they would like to separate, but I don't think they'll be able to.
No.
I really don't. I see where some are being kind of pushed out of the group. It's a whole list of them that are being pushed out of the Millimeters fan group, but I don't think they can separate themselves. Some are extreme and some are not, but all of them are in the same basket. To me.
Yeah, and then I was also reading where Melody, they said, had came out and told her fans, to go ahead and just trying to back off from it, just let it die down. But now you coming out, you coming out because you're seeing how bad you look. Because, like I said, I'm not here to beat up on Melody. I'm here to stand on my truth. But it was a lot of stuff that Melody could have just, been ceased that fire. She
Yeah.
could have stayed off of social media. You go on social media, I mean, Twitter, all you see is Melody just tweeting back and forth, tweeting back and forth. And I say, do this girl have time for anything else?
Well, she keeps the fires going because
Yes.
they are her supporters and they buy her products. So she has to appease her fans.
Yes.
I haven't seen her try to calm them down or dial them back. It doesn't matter how nasty they be to people. I haven't seen her try to calm them down at all.
Never. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. Never. If anything, she fanning the fire. And
Yeah.
I just hope that, because Karson Bleu, I think she looked just like Arionne Curry. I'm not gonna tell you no lie. They look like they have the same. They like the same things. They look alike and have the same things. I think that, to me, they look alike. But I just hope she does not try to mimic of what Melody have done. How she got those fans to, to pretty much just control these fans. And I was reading somewhere, not reading, I saw a blogger where it was talking about people can hire people to have other people to sabotage, you know, just say like if a celebrity is doing good,
Hmm.
you can hire people to get a mob, like a troll to
Yeah.
bring down that person. You ever heard of that before?
Yeah, and I believe that's exactly what's going on with the millimeters and Melody. She has a couple of fan bases that have fan clubs, and I believe they are hired to uh, be nasty to her competition. I
Wow, that's dark, because you mean you can hire people to tear down people, which I think pretty much they used to do my channel like that because I used to have people logical that would subscribe to my channel the next day they gone. And I think they was doing that because see if you subscribe to a channel and then all of a sudden everybody just unsubscribe at the same time, it brings your numbers down.
yeah.
And it's a shame when social media is controlled by people where if they don't like a person, they'll tell that person don't subscribe to that person, don't go to that person's channel just
Mhm.
because they don't have the same opinion as the next person. That's to show you our people have become so petty.
Have you heard about the YouTube hit list?
No, I guess I'm on the hit list.
I didn't see your name on there, but it's about 20 YouTubers that's on this list that the millimeters are asking their supporters to unsubscribe. Marcella is on there. Wow. Empress Radio is on there. Here for the Hot Tea is on there. Terry,
Wow.
giving you the real tea. It's a lot of them, but I didn't see your name on the list. I was surprised because
Well,
you're
it's not with it's not too much with this. It's when I was doing with the Nature Boy because I had almost 10,000 subscribers, and all
not.
of a sudden I just dropped down after maybe because I had deleted like 500 videos. But I remember this blogger, which he had lost his channel because he was one of these Nature Boy, going around. If you say anything good about anybody, then they gonna have something to say. Where I actually heard where he was telling people to unscribe to my channel, because I was supporting Nature Boy. I'm Team Right. But that's a shame when people do stuff like that. But you mean it actually have a hit list
Yes,
where
yes,
they
yes.
would tell people not to support that person?
Yep, it's a hit list. I saw it yesterday on
And who all the names are?
Oh wow, it was so many.
Wow.
But I didn't see your name on there. Sherelle's World, she's on there.
Uh-huh.
Terrence from Giving You the Hot Tea. Chef Don Don is on there. Empress Radio is on there. Here for the Hot Tea is on there. Oh, it's a long list.
So they are the ones that they feel that talked against Melody.
Yeah, the YouTubers that they feel are not completely supporting Melody and not dogging the other castmates. Who knew? I don't know if you've heard of her. She's on that list. Oh, it's a lot. It's a lot. It was a long list.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
yeah.
And
They're asking
that's horrible.
to unsubscribe from them. Don't cash out them. It's a whole. It's a whole. It's a mess.
So they trying to tell people, they control what people think, where they don't have a mind of their own.
Yeah, they wrote a whole letter. It's signed the millimeters.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw it yesterday on Speaking with your girl Marcella. I don't know if you've been on her channel.
No.
Yep, she had the whole list. It is crazy.
And what's the name of that? What's the name of that blogger again?
Speaking with your girl Marcella.
Okay, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna find her. So it's all on her channel.
Yeah, she posted it. It's a couple of them that posted it. Chef Don Don, he posted it too.
Wow.
He's a millimeter, but they feel like he doesn't ride for Melody hard enough. Who knew? It's a millimeter. They got her name on the list. They feel like she's not supporting Melody enough because they do. Some of these people do try to be nice to Tisha. Sometimes they try to be nice to Kimmy or be nice to Destiny. Honey, but it's a whole list. You got to check it out. It's crazy.
Wow, that's messed up. And the thing about it is that it's our people.
Yeah, it's our people.
Our people. I mean, that's just to show you that we got a long, long ways to go, and we got to stoop that low.
Yeah,
we got to stoop that low. That's just sad. But let's go ahead and get back to Karson Bleu. And what you think? Do you think that Karson Bleu is really just saying all this stuff, going on this press tour and jumping from one platform to another because she's trying to get her foot in the door?
I was curious, why did she go on so many different channels saying the same thing? And it seemed like to me she wanted to naturally dog Martell and Arionne and kind of pretend like she was supporting Melody so that her fans won't be against her because they've been dogging her out.
Mm-hmm.
But I think her end goal is to be on the show. And to me, she's trying to keep Melody's fans, the millimeters from, and a lot of them are supporting her now. Even Melody is supporting her now.
Who's supporting her?
Melody.
I know that's the part. That's the part that I don't understand. Where I didn't watch the video, but I was seeing some of the titles where it was saying that Karson Bleu feel like she have been vindicated.
Yeah, because Melody's supporting her now. Melody is saying that everything Karson Bleu said was true. But the thing that bothered me was her coming on social media, speaking on their private bedroom activities. Mm-hmm. Her kids, Melody's kids are going to see this and read this mess at some point.
So what you mean the private bedroom? What I never.
The video is supposed to be of Melody performing an act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Now, I believe those kids are old enough to see these videos. I mean, their friends at school see these videos. I didn't like the idea that she was basically stating the video was of Melody performing on Martell.
Mm-hmm. So you think that's actually, not to cut you off, you think that's actually a video of Melody and Martell, or it was Melody and this guy that Martell had told about at that reunion that she was giving fellatio?
Well, according to Melody, it is a video of her and Martell.
Okay.
We don't know if it's another guy that Martell has the video of, and was going to release it. But Melody is saying she remembers the video. She
Mm-hmm.
it is her and Martell. That's what
Mm-hmm.
Melody said.
Mm-hmm. But
But
I don't think that Martell would do something like that.
no,
If anything, Martell did mention, like I had said on the last video that I had dropped, he did mention about a video, but no, a recording. He did
yeah,
mention a recording, but it's a recording that he record Melody,
right,
of her lies when she said that she didn't have sex with that, um, with anyone, you
right,
know, during her marriage. So I think that's what Martell was talking about.
right,
And the thing about it is, the sad thing about it is that when it comes to Melanie, like I said, it's life and death that is in the power in the tongue. Life and death is in the power of the tongue, and words have power. And you remember when Melanie had used this Michelle Obama's word, and she went ahead and she switched. She said, "When they go low, she's taking it to hell."
right. I remember that.
And you have to be careful of what you say. And you see, Melanie, how can you say that you are in a peaceful place when you cannot forgive, you cannot let go, you have to revenge in order for you to feel powerful?
Right.
So to me, it's like, and it's not beating up on Melanie, it's just that I think that people is not holding her accountable for nothing, and she's not taking accountability for anything, because it's time for this to it's time for this to it's time for them to move on. That's
Yeah.
just how I look at it.
Well, her fans enjoy when she
Yes,
speak negative of people, when she do little slick things. They enjoy it.
that's
Uh,
sad.
they say she has every right to be mean to the cast, to be mean
Wow.
to Martell. I don't get it.
Wow. So Martell does not deserve no grace at all.
Right, according to her fans, he don't deserve any
Wow.
grace.
What did Martell do to the fact where he cannot be redeemed?
Well, the only crime that I see is he has cheated on her, and he has made some pretty negative statements. But she's made negative statements on him too.
Absolutely.
And according to Martell, she has cheated too during the marriage. They weren't divorced when she had this so-called affair, allegedly.
Absolutely. And that's why I sit there and say it takes two to tear down a house.
Yeah,
People looking from the outside in, and they taking whatever someone throw at them and they running with it, but you don't know what was in that household.
right,
Like I say, it's no excuse, for Martell to openly do what he did, but he did and it's over with. It's nothing that we can, you know,
right,
do about it. But you still don't know what was going on in that house to make this man feel like he cannot be faithful to his wife. But like I say, when it comes to a man, some men does cheat. You stay
right.
in that relationship long, and you're gonna trust me,
I,
you're gonna find it out yourself.
yeah, my husband cheated and had an outside child.
Yes, like I said, they say I could sit there and say the same thing if I want to. Like I say, we all been through stuff.
Oh,
I've been through it on both sides.
yeah,
On both sides, but I didn't let this take me out. You understand?
right,
Yes, I was depressed about a lot of stuff that had happened in my marriage because I was pretty young. I was really young
yeah,
when I got married. I mean, really, really young. Where my mom had pretty much signed for me. I
yeah,
was really young, and but like I said there and say, you live and you learn, and either you're gonna let this make you bitter and scorn, or you just gonna sit there and you're gonna just get control of your life. And to me,
absolutely.
it's like Melody, it's like she cannot she's not taking accountability. It's like she can't control what's going on in her surroundings. And I don't think that it's pretty much that, oh, I want Martell. I think it's more of was a clout, because of the people that they was around, that she feel like, I cannot be around these type of people anymore because, I'm not a part of that elite, marriage, or you know where I'm going with that.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. I really think it's like you said a couple of times. It's pain, gain for pain, or pain for gain. I think that's what.
Pain for gain.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I believe it is. For her, of course she's upset. Anybody's upset when their husband cheats, but she's profiting off of it.
Yeah, she profited off of it.
Yeah, she's using it to profit
Yeah. And
off of
look what Starbucks said that Lord knows we all been through. Girl, if I could tell you my testimony, the hell that I've been through. And
it.
is and like I said there and say, I can relate to both sides, Melanie side, Martell's side,
Yep,
the Scott side. I've been through hell and back. Trust me.
yep. I was 24 years old when my husband cheated, had an outside child, and I still stayed with him for 25 more years.
Yes.
You know, you just
But
look.
like I say, we go through a lot. And the thing about it is that you have to look at it like this. When you forgive a person, that does not mean that I forget and gonna let this man just continue walking over me. But when you forgive a person, that means you let it go. You understand?
Yep. When you forgive, you're supposed to let it go. You don't keep
Yes.
throwing it back up. And no, that means you never forgave him. You know,
That's it.
you don't forget. But when you forgive, you're supposed to leave it alone. Yeah.
And I think that's where it is when it comes to Melanie, is that they did, I think, just like I said, they say the only thing I can think of is that it was all about clout chasing. It was all about hobnogging with people that's in their community. Because you remember when Tasha K and Funky Geneva had did some they talked about all this, and I think it was Stormy as well, where
Mhm.
Melanie had told Martell, I know that everything is messed up, and I'm gonna say allegedly in the house because it's not her word verbatim. But when we go out there, we just gonna put on a face. We just gonna pretend.
I remember that.
You remember that?
I remember it. She said it. In the public, they are united. At home, they do what they do. That's what she was saying.
Wow.
Yep. She said that.
Wow. So, girl, I could just imagine the things that was going on in the home before, in front of those kids.
Yeah.
Because I mean, if they doing all this in the public on a very large platform of how they allow their kids to see all this and be involved in all this, just imagine what was going on behind closed doors.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
pretty sure those kids have heard a lot.
I can imagine.
I tried my best when my husband was cheating. I tried to keep it hidden from my kids. I didn't want my kids to know. We would go outside, take a ride in the car, and I would let them have it.
Hmm.
But I didn't want my kids to hear it, because I know it would hurt them. I didn't want my
Wow.
kids to be hurt. But she seems to want her kids to know what their father has done. I don't understand that.
And I wonder why, because that was a very horrible scene, and I don't understand why no one even called Melody out. I don't know why Melody, as executive producer, even allowed that to come on the show. Why would Melody take one of her youngest daughter to
Yeah,
go and spy on her husband with another woman? And like I say, when it comes to her kids are very articulate, very smart. And why would she even let her daughter see stuff like
I
that?
know. Yeah, that puzzled me. Who wants their children to see their father doing something that's harmful to the family? I mean, I hid mine for a long. My kids know, as they got older, what went on. But I didn't want them to know when they were young. I don't get it. I don't understand her at all.
I mean, that is messed up. And the thing about it is that nobody even held her accountable for that.
Nope.
Because whatever you going through with your with adults, with your husband, the children is shouldn't be nowhere involved in that. Because to me it's like they are, instead of they sacrificing for the kids, the kids shouldn't be able to sacrifice for their parents, because the kids should be kids. And we be wondering why these children grow up so fast. And we say, oh, this child, is growing up so fast. Well, maybe because something is toxic in that home that's causing these kids to grow up so fast.
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is a totally different generation than I was raised in. My mother, my mother and father knew, but they wanted my kids to be spared of the hurt, and they talked to me. Hey, don't argue with him around the kids. The kids don't need to know. Keep it from the, and that's what I did. But these people of this generation, they feel like kids should know everything.
Wow. And
And
I'm from the deep south. I'm from the deep south, and I grew up where when grown folks talk, the kids
right,
go outside.
right, yep. Yeah, I was raised in that type of environment too. Kids were not privy to adult conversations. But they say, I don't get it. I don't get it. You know. But I'm not gonna blame Melody. Well, I do blame her for even bringing it to TV, social media. He didn't bring it. He didn't want that mess to be out here.
She didn't want what?
Martell didn't want none of that affair to be publicized.
Yeah.
Melody wanted it to be on the TV show. She brought it to the light.
And that's the part I don't understand. That your marriage was a train wreck.
Right.
That uh, you guys had separated. You moved on with your life. He moved on with his life. Most likely had, got into a deeper relationship with Arionne Curry.
Yeah.
And Melanie, she was out there living her life. And all of a sudden, Melanie, that's why I sit there and say, and I'm still allegedly, because like I say, guys, all this right here is for entertainment purpose only, okay? Yeah. But it's like when Melody had thought of this reality show, maybe she had hooked up with some friends and, she probably sit there and say, okay, look, I've been through all this with this man. I really don't want this man, but I want to be on a show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going back home and I'm going to, pretend that, I want this marriage.
Yeah.
And before you know it, because Martell loved it, Melody, where he probably, had a relationship with Arionne Curry. That's probably why, they can't let each other go because of the way that, it ended up. So he probably said, well, look, I got my kids and I'm going back home to my family. You understand? Which that's normal, man. Some men would think like that, right?
Right, absolutely.
So Melanie said most likely, and I'm saying a legend, guys, like I said, we all have an opinion at the end of the day. So Melanie said, probably talk to him, look, it's a reality show that they want us on that is called, Love and Marriage in Huntsville. And I'm thinking about, doing a comeback group and we're going to get all our friends back together and we're going to go ahead and we're going to build this show, we're going to build up Huntsville off of this show. And everybody came on board and said, okay, good, this good. Black entrepreneurs all coming together about to build up back, Huntsville. And all of a sudden, the minute when Melanie got on that show, she made it all about herself.
Yeah. Yep. I think that was her intention from the beginning.
Thank you. Why they don't see this logical?
I don't know. I remember, I don't know if it was Tisha or Kimmy said that Martell and Melody were supposedly, allegedly separated until the show got green light.
Yes.
And then they got back together. Supposedly going to keep his affair a secret. They were asked not to talk about it. And then Melody brought it out.
Yeah, and even Carlos King was saying that he was shocked because he knew about all the stuff that was going on between Martell and Melanie, but he didn't think that Melanie was going to bring it to the table just that fast.
Right.
Thought at least, wait a few episodes, not episodes, a few seasons, and then go ahead and drop that.
Right. I don't think Carlos thought she was going to bring it up, and she brought it up in the first episode.
Yes.
Yeah. At that time.
Yes.
But
yes.
Her reasoning was she knew that it's a lot of women that have been cheated on, and they feel the same way she do. She knew she
Mhm.
was going to have a huge fan base.
Mhm. But the thing about it is that, you know, she made it all about herself, and they didn't know
Yeah,
how to detach themselves from it and move on,
right,
because what happened was they built pretty much a monster, build up this huge fan base that took it to a detestable level.
right,
And she really didn't know how, like you and I talk about all the time, she didn't know how to separate herself from the reality to, what's personal, personal business. She didn't know how to separate the two, because pretty much if she even crack a smile at Martell, they probably tear her off of her ladder, her high horse.
I was a Melody fan in the beginning. The first season, I was on her side. I
Ye-
supported her. But as the seasons progressed, when she started to be mean and nasty to the other castmates, that's when I got off the Melody train.
Yeah, that's me too. Because, like I said, I could relate to the Holts. I can relate to all the stuff.
Yeah,
But
we've
what
all,
turned me off with them, what turned me off with Melody, is when she tried to hurt Letitia.
yeah, there you
And
go.
that's I couldn't shake myself off
Yeah,
from that, because I say, you already hurt Melanie.
yeah,
Why would you try to hurt somebody else? Why would you want another family to
exactly.
go through the same thing that you went through?
Yeah, I think that's when I turned. When she was so determined to bring Marceau and Tisha down, I couldn't believe it. I mean, you're trying to bring some woman allegedly that Marceau has been with on the show. I was done. I was done.
I couldn't shake that off, because, like I said, no way in the world that would happen in real life like that. You're not gonna tell your friend, that your husband is cheating, because you heard it from a third party. Because pretty much Melanie had told Letitia she didn't get it from a friend, she didn't get it from a cousin, she didn't get it from an associate. She got that information off of YouTube.
Yeah, yeah.
Girl, I was just girl,
I
I
was
was just
done.
about done.
So done
Oh my
with her.
God.
Yeah. And even if Marceau has cheated on Tisha, that's Tisha's business to present to her fans. She don't have to if she don't want to. Melody wanted to present Martell as a cheater. Tisha don't want to hurt her children. That's what I see.
Yeah, and then the thing about it, they was telling Letitia she's weak, she's crazy from
No,
staying in her
no,
relationship.
no.
Now just think about it. What if Letitia would have went ahead and gave in to what all these naysayers are saying and left her husband? Do you think that Letitia would have been able to leave all these legacies, all these grounds that they are breaking to her children's children?
Not at all.
Thank you. And that's what they have to look at. Like I said there and say, nobody's life is perfect.
Right.
Marriage is not easy. But you just don't throw in the towel. Soon in a minute, you start having obstacles that's coming in your way. Obstacles gonna come,
Absolutely.
especially when people's looking from the outside in and looking at you like you blessed. They want what you got.
Yeah.
People want what you got. And for Melanie to sit there and even have the audacity to even go out there and try to dig up dirt to hurt this woman. And when she felt that she couldn't hurt this woman with this other woman, you remember on YouTube how they even had some fake baby and saying that was Martell's baby. Now, girl, you know good well that had crossed the line. That was totally, totally insane.
Yeah, that's when I was done then.
Oh, I was just done. I just couldn't
I was
take it no
done.
more.
I mean, when my husband cheated on me, of course I was hurt. But I didn't go around destroying everybody else's marriage that was in our friend group, you know?
Girl, like I said there and said, I have a testimony out this world, and the Most High God is going to
You
allow me to
too.
go ahead and talk about it one day, because, like I said there and say, when you talk about been through some hell, and like I said there and say, it was not easy.
No.
I've been through a lot.
You too?
We just been through a lot, and like I said, maybe because I started off young, I don't know,
Yeah.
but I didn't give up. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I learned to forgive, to let go, and to let God. And when I sit there and I let go and let God, then God took control of all that stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And it's still not easy. But like I said there and say, I'm not gonna have no outsiders sitting there trying to hurt me because they are hurt.
Right.
I'm not gonna go through all that. And like I said, what Martell did, ain't nobody is condoning what Martell had
No,
done.
not at all.
Because we know what Martell did that was wrong. Martell should have sat there and just been a man and just say, look, I don't want this marriage no more, and I'm going to go ahead and walk out.
Absolutely.
He should have done that. So ain't nobody condoning what Martell did, because what he did that was wrong. And just to have an outside kid, you understand?
Yeah, he was absolutely wrong.
That was like a jagger to my heart.
Yeah.
But also, you also have to look at it. We looking from the outside in. We looking from the outside in, because Martell was saying the same thing, that when Melanie was out there, Melanie, what she did, you understand what I'm saying?
Allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly. And when she came back, why would she even get rid of what she got rid of if it was for him? You understand where
Right.
I'm going with this?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, like I said, they say they all hurted each other.
Yeah.
But, like I said, it does not make no sense for this to continue going on and on, because sooner or later, you're going to see people in higher places going to say nobody is fit. You understand?
Absolutely.
Because you never want, what you call that, what do you call that? When it's like a toxic co-parenting, a narcissist co-parenting.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
No.
You don't want that, because a narcissist co-parenting, like I said, they all end up, not having no kids.
Yeah. I'm just glad that Tisha was. Well, Wanda is a smart woman.
Yes, I don't care what they say
Yeah.
about Miss Wanda.
I'm pretty sure she talked to Tisha a lot. You don't let nobody tear your house down. If you want to leave your husband, you leave him because you want to leave him.
Yes,
You don't listen to nobody from the outside giving
yes,
innuendos and rumors about your husband.
yes. And
I'm just glad
Miss
that
Wanda reminds me of my mom. My mom like that too.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
My mom exactly like that. And
But Lady D, my question falls on her mama, Vanessa.
yes,
How can she condone Melody being mean and nasty to everyone else because of what Martell did? My mother would never allow me to do that. You don't tear down another person's home because your home is destroyed. I don't understand how her mother could support her in that.
is Melody the only child?
I think so. I've never heard about no biological sibling from her mom.
And well, if Melanie is the only child, and like I said there and say, I'm going to sell legendary. We all give our opinion here, and we all have one, right?
Right.
And we look at this as entertainment purpose only. You air it out, you are free game, right?
Absolutely.
And if Melanie was the only child and her mom went through so much, in her personal life,
Hmm.
then it means that her mom most likely, and I'm saying allegedly, has sit down and talked to her daughter about her personal life, and her child grew up with all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only thing that I can think of, because if you in a dysfunctional home and your mom is depressed and going through all this other stuff, that trickles down. You
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah. I do.
It trickles down, as you can see it happening with their kids, because they making it personal, where they drawing their kids in their drama, right?
Absolutely. To me,
So
I don't.
something had to happen. And also, when it comes to Melanie's brother, Melanie didn't even well, she didn't even really had a close relationship, and I'm gonna say allegedly, with her brother until she got 18. And you never know. They probably said there, them grown adults, oh, you're not going to talk to her. She's not going over there. You get where I'm going?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't know if it was his wife or Marcus' mom that kept Melody out of their life, or if it was Vanessa that didn't allow Melody to have a relationship with her father. We don't know. When the show has been on air, I know at least 5 years, and no one has seen him. Her
Oh, so
father,
no one never saw her father.
no. I know when she was pregnant with Sugar Mama, she had a baby shower, and she invited her father, but he didn't come.
Well, that's where the root at.
And
It-
Marcus uh, said he talked to his father, their father, and he didn't know why his father didn't show up to the baby shower.
you talking about Melody's father, right?
Right, which is Marcus' father also.
Yes. So Marcus still have a relationship with his father.
It seems as though he said he told Melody at the baby shower, I don't know why Daddy didn't show up. Because Melody invited him.
Oh, so Melody did invited him.
Yeah. At the baby shower, she told Marcus, I invited Daddy, but he didn't show. I don't even know if he called her and told her he was not coming, but he didn't show up.
Mm-hmm. So
Mm,
that's what they really should base their storyline on, because it's a reason behind everything.
yeah,
And maybe that's why Melanie cannot let go, because of
yeah,
what happened in her personal life.
yeah.
And so it makes sense to me, logic. All that right there makes sense.
Well, I tell you what I've heard and what I believe. Women that don't have a close relationship with their fathers don't show them love, they have a hard time navigating relationships with spouses, husbands, boyfriends.
And that's absolutely true. That's
And the
absolutely
same thing
true.
for men that don't have a good relationship with their mother.
Wow.
They don't have good relationships with women. Martell has a good relationship with his mother. His mother has showed him love, but I don't see where Melody's father has shown her any love. So it's
Hmm.
going to be hard for her to navigate a relationship with any man. Your father is the first man in your life that you love and shows you love, and she hasn't gotten it. So yeah, Martell and any other man that comes into her life is going to catch it because she don't know how to treat a man because her father was not there. Unless,
Yes.
even when she
Yes.
turned 18, it don't seem like she had a good relationship with her father. And still
Yes.
today, unless he's hidden somewhere and she spends time with him. I've never heard her say, "Well, I spent time with my father this weekend." Never.
Hmm. And that's where the root at.
That's
That's where the root.
that's
That's where the root at.
And
And what?
some women like Vanessa. I'm not saying she did it, but they speak mean and nasty of that absent father to the child.
Wow.
Some women do that. They teach the child how to hate their father.
Wow.
Father didn't do them right. I'm not saying that's what Vanessa did.
Well, like I said, we just talking, and
Yeah,
everything is allegedly. Okay,
yeah.
that's why I went ahead and put it. We
But we
just
all know a lot of women, and I have seen women do this. When the
yes,
father don't choose them, the father chooses someone else. Some women do teach their children to hate their fathers.
yes,
I've seen it.
yes. Because that right there, all this stuff that Melody is doing, it got to come from a hurt place.
Oh yeah,
And the thing about it is that they think that money is going to solve that. Money is just going to make it
yeah,
worse.
yeah. Money won't solve hurt.
Money is just going to make it worse because they know that they went through all this stuff in their marriage, knowing that it was toxic, and want a picture show. That's like putting salt on a wound.
Yeah,
That's like putting salt on a wound because now you got people that don't know you from Dottie Squatty, and they're gonna pick your life apart control your life, and you making it, all you doing is, you making it worse.
Yeah.
But that's what they need to do. Is Melanie say that she's looking for her peace. The only way that Melanie could find her peace, she have to get herself away from this show.
Yeah.
She have to get away from the show, because you could tell that all this stuff that she's doing is coming from a very completely hurt place.
Yeah, I agree. I think distance is the only thing that's going to solve her pain and solve his pain. Being on this show together, it's not going to help. It makes it worse.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, Martell already called it out. Martell has told everybody, anyone that connects with Melanie, if she does not get what she wants out of that person, she's just going to drop her.
Yeah, and I believe it's true. I mean, I've seen
it. Got to be true, because no one could stay in her life long.
Right. Yeah.
So if you got everybody that when they come to you, they dropping like flies. At first, I didn't like Miss Betty. What's her name? Miss Betty. I was calling her Miss Bessie. Miss Betty, Stormy's mom. I was sitting there saying, why is Stormy's mom is, going after Mel? So after she explained herself, I think it was last week, when she was saying that Mel could have stopped these bloggers from tearing up her daughter. And what she was pretty much talking about, her daughter is a brand. Her daughter is worth almost 8 figures. So you think that her daughter is going to allow these overzealous fans to tear down everything that they build up? When Stormy came on that show, she came with 8 figures. Her life was already set. All the rest of them, most likely, that came on that show, they was trying from the bottom up. But she didn't come from the bottom up. She was already on the top.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, now I understand what Miss Bessie was saying. Melanie went into this people home. This girl invited Melanie into her home and strangers into her home to film, that music video. And I know she sat there and she treated her with the utmost kindness, and helped her, to launch some of her, the little beauty supplies and all this other stuff, just to get that in return. Yeah. I would be mad too.
Yeah, her mother was really pissed off about that, because Melody could have came on social media and said, hey, I was not referring to Stormy being the person that, recorded her and presented it. She could have, but she didn't. She stayed quiet.
Melody did it herself, right?
Yeah, Melody, she stayed quiet, and her fans took Stormy apart about that.
And Melody was the one that had released that video, right? I mean, went to social media, right?
Right.
And she could have stopped it, but she didn't.
She didn't. And she do that all the time. When she thinks something is not true, she don't come out and say, hey, that's not accurate. Leave her alone. Stormy didn't do that. She never steps up. She allows her fans to run with a narrative to hurt others.
Wow. So how you expect to find your peace when you in the mix of everything?
Right.
And everybody's sitting there saying, oh, everybody's beat up on Melanie this, Melanie that. Well, like I said, we cannot move on and talk about the Scotts. We can't talk about nobody else, because everybody is making it about the Holts. You understand? It's like they can't detach themselves from that.
Yeah. Yeah, I really wish they would, though. Just focus on their businesses. Don't focus on Melody. If she don't participate, hey, let it go.
And the only solution to that, logic is that maybe somebody just gonna have to leave.
Yeah. Well, who do you think should leave?
If I was Martell, I would just go to Real Housewives of Atlanta or whatever door is open for him, because and pretty much just let Melanie just sink with that ship, because I'm pretty sure that the Scotts, if Carlos is pitching Love and Marriage in Detroit, they most likely, if they feel more comfortable with them set of people, they're gonna move on.
Yeah.
And if I was them, everybody's saying that it's Mel's show. Then if it's Mel's show, then let her have it.
Yeah, I agree. Martell has an opportunity to go to RHOA Atlanta, I think he should do it and just leave uh, Love and Marriage Child Support alone. Let
Mm-hmm.
go. And then who will she have to talk about if he's not on that show?
That's it.
If
That's
he's,
the only way that they can make it, because long as they are in each other present,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
they just not going to sit there and let each other go. And not only that, the fans is not going to let it go. So if
right,
he feel that he cannot make any money, because of the fans sitting there trying to sabotage everything that he have, then it's time for you to just dust your feet and just move on. Because I believe that if the Most High God open one door, he can open up another one as well. And as you can see, which I made the video on it, God to have you to build a house, set the house up, furnish it, and have somebody else to walk in it. Your dream might become somebody else's reality, which it happened. Melanie was the one that wanted to be a superstar. Melanie was the one that wanted to be on TV.
yeah.
But who doors God opening it up for? So
Well,
somebody that really didn't even wanted it, right?
Martell is starting a new men's suit line.
A new what?
A men's suit line.
Yeah,
But
they trying to tear that down as well.
one of the Melody fan clubs have written a letter
Yes.
to that guy wanting him to drop Martell. Why is
Yeah.
it to Martell?
That's horrible.
Come on now.
That's horrible. That's horrible. That
Yep.
is horrible. And do you think that this man is going to drop Martell? And do you think that the men that's buying Martell suits, do you think that they sit there and watch these reality shows?
No.
Thank you.
I mean, the men that
Thank you.
are buying his suits, they don't care about his personal life. They like his suits. They like the way the suits fit him. They want to look like him. They don't care nothing about this mess with this affair, and men don't care. I talked to several black men, and they say, "Hey, I don't want to hear nothing about his affair."
Thank you.
Black men don't care. Uh, Not to say that they don't feel sorry for her, but they don't see where all of this hate is coming from Martell.
Yeah. And make sure you email me, because one day you and I are going to talk about it. Because, like I say, we all can take a piece of what had happened on what is going on Love and Marriage in Huntsville. We all can take a piece out of these people's lives.
Yep, absolutely.
We all been through
I
some of
don't
this
know.
stuff.
I don't know one woman that has not been cheated on.
Thank you.
Everybody, every female that I know that is of a certain age, has been cheated on that I know.
And the only difference between male life and our life is that male life is on display.
Right. I mean, I'm 66. I'll be 67 years old next month.
Oh,
And,
okay.
baby, let me tell you, in my youth, yeah, I went through it. You know, with my husband in the streets and the cheating, and hey, I've been through it. And I didn't go to the extreme the way Melody has done. I let it go.
That's it. And like I said, then say, I've been through a lot. Now I'm not gonna tell you I let it go. Yeah, I did some damage. They ain't call me Hurricane Debbie for nothing. You heard me, Hurricane D for nothing. I did some damage, but the thing about it is that I'm not gonna let other people come and interfere in my life. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not gonna let other people come and interfere in my life. I don't care if that's Esther sitting in the front yard and I don't want it. You better pass it up. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I do.
You better pass it up. The thing about when it came to Melody and her relationship is that what happened was they kept going back and forth, forgiving and letting go and keep going back and forth. You understand?
Yeah.
And I think what really put a damper in that is that when they pitched it on that reality show. And that's how, everything blew up. I see where Puffy Ruff said the both of you are saying everything that I said. Let me you can see this comment. You can see this.
I don't see the chat. Wait a minute.
I got it on you can see it right there.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna have to show you how to come on live. I'm gonna show you how to come on live.
Yeah,
I'm
I see the chat now.
Yeah, but I'm gonna show you how to do all that here.
Oh,
Uh, P Ruff, I guess his name is P Ruff, right? They say that both of you are saying everything that I said. Mel can stop a lot of confusion by telling her fans the truth. Mel fans is getting ready to draw a big wedge between Mel and callers. That's sad.
yeah,
In the end, Mel will suffer. Sorry, trying to come into that's all right. You're absolutely right. You
yeah.
absolutely what you think about that, Lodge?
I think P. Ruff is absolutely correct. I mean, how is Carlos gonna want to continue to work with Melody with all this negativity that's coming to him? I wouldn't want to work with her either. She don't clear up nothing. She's got everybody thinking Carlos is working against her, and he's not. He's producing what she gives him.
And the thing about it is, was she just trying to, like I said, there say the show, like I said, you may have pitched a show, but you also have to give other people airtime as well. You cannot just expect the everybody, the producers just film your life. You understand?
Yeah.
And I think that's where Mel is having the problem. She feels that, oh, everything got to be centered around her. And the minute when she feels that someone is with somebody else, then she wants to get upset. It's like a child to me. You know how a child is territorial?
Yeah.
Like if you mad with that person, then I want that your friend to be mad with that person as well.
Yeah. And another.
You all right? I'm hearing a lot of moving around. You all right?
Oh yeah. I was just taking my dinner out of the oven.
Oh, okay.
Um.
Yeah,
This
it's like to
show.
me, it's like a child.
This is not the show that Melody pitched to to Carlos. Carlos created this show. The show that Melody pitched, her and Martell, was about a couple building homes and creating homes in Huntsville. Carlos scrapped that program. This is not the show that she pitched to him.
She pitched like the comeback group, right?
Carlos told her and Martell when they came to him with their hope that they needed to come up with some castmates, some other couples. The show was supposed to be just about Melody and Martell in the beginning.
Are you saying? Oh, come on, for real? I didn't know that.
Yes, the name of the show was Holt and Hope.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't Love and Marriage in Huntsville.
No, it was Holt and Hope, and it was just her and Martell as builders in the community. And Carlos said, "No, we're not going to do that. You need to come up with some castmates, and we're going to come up with something else." And that's when they got Marceau and Tisha and Maurice and Kimmy. And Carlos called it Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Okay, I didn't know that. Now that is something new. I didn't know that.
Yeah, the first show that Melody pitched, her and Martell, was just them two.
Okay.
And Carlos didn't go for it. So no, you got to come up with some friends, some castmates, because you have to have an ensemble show. It can't be about just you two.
So was those two? Was the Scotts friends actually friends, or they just?
Well, they had fell out. Melody had fell out with them.
So they was actually friends in real life, right?
They were Martell's friends.
Oh, they was Martell friends.
Right. Martell married Melody and brought her into his group. Melody was from another city in Alabama. All of them, Marceau, Maurice, all of them were Martell's friends.
Okay.
They were not Melody's friends. She didn't.
Oh, so Tisha and Melody was never friends.
No, they were all Martell's friends.
Okay.
He married Melody and brought her into his friend group.
Oh, so he was friends. Martell was friends way before Melody and Martell was married, right? Martell was friends with the Scotts before he met Melody.
Absolutely. He went to school with Tisha and Marceau. He knew them. They've been knowing Martell.
Okay, yep, you're right. They all went to Alabama. You're right, right?
He married Melody and brought her into his friend group. All of them have
Okay,
been friends for years.
okay, I didn't know that.
We were not her friends from jump.
I didn't know that because
Yeah,
I thought that Martell had met Melody in college when they was young.
yeah. She was 4 years younger than him. She was a freshman when he was coming out.
Uh huh.
And Tisha and Marceau, all of them are the same age as Martell.
Okay,
Melody was a freshman.
okay, I see now. I
All
didn't
of
know
them
that.
were Martell's friends. They were not her friends.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up because I didn't know this right here is
Yeah,
really new to me.
yep,
So Martell was already friends with the Scotts.
yes, yes.
Wow.
They didn't meet Melody until Martell married her, and then he brought her into his friend group.
Okay, because okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah,
And that's how they all came together and got into business together. Because
right.
Melanie and Martell was a school teacher.
Yeah, they were both school teachers, but Martell is 4 years older than Melody. He went to
Hmm.
school. Tisha, all of them are older than Melody. Melody is the youngest one.
Okay.
She's 37, and all of them are in their 40s.
Okay, I didn't know that. So
Yeah.
what was the Scotts doing before?
Maurice was in school. Marceau was in construction, and I think Martell was in lawn care. He had a lawn care business.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he owned a lawn business because
But they
he left teaching to go into that business.
right, right. But
Hmm.
they were all friends for years before Martell married Melody.
Okay, I see. I didn't know that. That's new. I'm gonna have to go
Right.
back. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have to go back because like I said there and say, I didn't know all that right there because
right.
I never got too involved in these reality shows. All
Yeah.
I just see, what I see is not right, and I call it out.
They were not her friends. They were all
Yeah,
his friends.
yeah.
She,
That's
she met Martell when they were in high school. She was a cheerleader. He was a football player. She
okay.
known Martell for decades.
So Martell, I know he was a football player, right?
Right. He was I think he was a quarterback.
Okay.
Destiny was a cheerleader for another school. That's how they met. And
Oh,
then,
so Destiny was a cheerleader.
right, and her father used to date Martell's mother.
Okay, so all them got history.
Yeah, they got a long history.
Okay,
Yeah,
wow, that makes sense now.
he married Melody and brought her into the group.
Well, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah,
That's absolutely makes sense. Uh, let's go ahead and get some of these comments. What you think about the petition? They all out there trying to get rid of Call Us King, which every time when anybody calls mail, they wants to do a petition because they did one on Marcel Tisha. But what you think about trying to a petition on Call Us King? How can Call Us King get fired from his own show? Make it make sense.
I don't see it happening. I
I
just
don't see it happen. If anybody gonna leave, they gonna leave, just like it happened on Real Housewives of Atlanta with Nene. You understand what I'm
right,
saying?
absolutely.
So I don't know who you think could be writing stuff like this. And don't you know when you putting out these petitions and trying to get these people, you all you doing is allowing these people to comb through all this stuff, and sooner or later your tail gonna be out of a job.
Right.
Our people do so much. Let me see what else they saying. P. Ruff says one more thing after the premiere of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now Mel has a video out crying and talking about being tired of Martell and now at her breaking point. But why now? Why cry now? I thought she was at peace. We talked about that. Didn't we talk about that?
Yeah, we did. We did.
We talked about that. Why, now that she see everybody is taking this to a very dark, detestable place, it's out of control. She, she, she's telling everybody in the fan group to make sure that they wear their millimeter shirts and they all gonna come together Saturday and they going to all petition to get callers fired. You knew all this stuff was going on, but you didn't stop it. You allowed this to go on, and now you're seeing the outcome that the most likely somebody must have gave Melanie a call and told Melanie she better go ahead and stop this mess, because that's the only reason why she's coming out to her fans and telling her fans to go ahead and cease this, stop this.
Right.
And Melanie does not do stuff like that.
Right. Carlos created the show. It's his show. It's his franchise. I don't know how they think they're gonna get him fired from his show. It's not her show. This is not the show she pitched to him.
And when that was the other day, Melanie came about talking about the video, how it's not a video out there, but she know about the video, and like she's crying and no tears came out of her eyes, but then she want to go ahead and make another video sniffing, no tears coming out of her eyes. Like I said, it's too late. It's too late, because you sat there and you allow these fans to take control of this show, and now this is the outcome.
Yeah.
This right here, you looking at what you created.
Yeah.
And Sydney says that Melanie hands isn't all the way clean. She is a member of these Facebook groups, absolutely, and has a good relationship with the administrator who control the group. Melanie fans are becoming toxic. And I was watching a lot of stuff where this girl, I can't think of what this blogger name, where she's sitting there, she's really doing some serious investigation.
I know.
Where she's seeing that now these people are hiring people from overseas, and I'm not saying Melanie is, I'm saying allegedly, to get these people to come on and tear down these people's life.
Yeah.
With all those negative comments. And we talked about that.
That came from Nate of the original Straight No Chasers channel.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's horrible. That's horrible. Like I said, when you dig one ditch, you better make sure you dig another one.
Well, do you remember when they when the documents came out, and when Martell's lawyers were asking for all of Melody's social media accounts? Do you remember that?
Yes.
I think the lawyers were trying to prove that she was responsible for all of these different social media accounts that are dogging Martell. Why else would they want?
Wow. Wow. And don't you know, Lodge, and we gonna say allegedly, all this right here is for entertainment purpose only.
Oh yeah.
Don't you know that makes so much sense?
Yeah.
Why would the judge ask Melody to pull all her social media records up, all her phone number, her computer, everything? Because like I said, I bet 5 out of 1, and I'm saying allegedly, just like you saying right now, because that makes so much sense, that they know it got to be somebody that's pulling these strings, got these social media people acting like they acting today.
That's the only reason.
You're absolutely right.
Her to produce all of her social media accounts. They wanted the passwords and everything to all of her social media accounts. Now, the one that all of this mess was on was called the Side Chick Award account.
Wow.
That account has been deleted. It's no longer up.
Wow. I saw that video last night. I really didn't, really get too much into it. But once I get off of this live, I'm going to make sure I go check it out, because she really sat there and she broke that down.
Yeah.
It got to be. And the thing about it is that they are worried about a tape that Melody did with her husband, if it is true, which I don't believe is true, but if it is true. But yet, just like that blogger had talked about, they're not worrying about how Melanie fans, and I'm going to say allegedly, was sitting there talking about Arionne Curry's son, calling him artistic and all this other stuff. Now tell me, that's horrible to talk about a child that cannot defend himself.
Yep.
Now you know that's bad. Grown people talking about somebody else's child, saying that, oh, he's slow, he's behind, he's not like Melanie kids and all this other stuff advanced. Well, you also, like I said there, and say you got to realize how some of these kids grow up so fast when they see all that toxicity in their house. You understand? Where they cannot be children. So
Yeah.
quite obvious they're gonna learn how to walk and talk fast, okay?
Absolutely.
And that's real talk.
Yeah, her fans were angry that the judge was asking for all of her social media information. But I said to myself, they gotta think that she is in charge of a lot of these different accounts that's dogging the fans and dogging the castmates and Martell. I don't know if she produced
it. Got to be. It
but
got to
they
be.
asked for.
It
Yeah.
got to be. And I talked about it all the time. I say somebody got to be working under the scenes. Somebody must be getting paid. Something is going on for these people to be that invested in somebody that they don't know.
I thought that for a long time. A lot of these YouTubers, I felt like they were getting paid. But if you check out when their YouTube channel started, most of them started in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
And most of them have anywhere from 10,000 to 15,000 subscribers, period. Most of them started their channels in 22.
And just came out.
And they all are totally Melody supporters.
Yes.
I felt like they had to be getting paid because ain't nobody that's stupid to not be able to see nothing that she do.
That's it. Absolutely.
I could be wrong.
No, that makes sense.
But I felt like a lot of them were being paid to support her and dog everybody else.
And just came on board and got almost 10,000 subscribers. And everybody comment is all exactly the same way. Nobody have no different opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody making the same comment, dragging the same man. I mean, at least you could see one comment where, somebody, disagreeing, but on their channel, nobody is disagreeing with nobody. It's like a bunch of robots.
They all say the same thing. Marcella said that she had set up an interview with Vanessa, Melody's mother.
Uh-huh.
And they asked her, they would give her the interview, but she had to support Melody totally and dog everybody else on the cast. So when she said she was going to do it, the day before the interview, they told her that Miss Vanessa had something else to do and she wasn't going to do the interview.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to be a total Melody supporter.
Wow. And want me to tell you something? Nothing good is going to come out of that.
Yeah.
Nothing good is going to come out of that. And you wondering why you don't see these bloggers on these major platforms even talking about this.
They do not touch Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Huh?
The bloggers, the big bloggers with like 300,000 or 200, they do not touch Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Thank you. And don't I talk about that all the time, Logic?
Yeah.
They're not going to touch it.
Nope.
They know if they touch it, because I know a blogger right now where everybody wanted her to talk about it, and she talks about everything. But when they say if you touch these millimeters, they coming for your channel. She walked away from it. She didn't even touch it.
Yeah, they don't.
She didn't even touch it.
Yeah, you got to go to Marcella's channel.
I'm gonna go on. Sydney say something. Let me read a little comment. Sydney say she gaslight her fans, and Sydney also says, and Melanie is feeding YouTubers information to put out on people.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard.
And we're gonna say allegedly she has a close relationship with the bloggers that's attacking the cast, especially Martell.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah, and my question is, if Melody is such a star, she is an it girl, why is it that she needs so many bloggers to dog everybody else?
That's horrible.
If she's such a superstar,
wow,
why is it that she needs all of these bloggers to do these hits on her castmates, drag them in order to lift her up? I don't get it.
Wow.
If you're such a superstar, you don't need people to dog other people for you.
Wow. And want me to tell you what's going to happen? It's going to come and bite her in the butt.
They're gonna turn on them.
They're going to turn on her. It's going to turn on. They're going to make her, and I'm going to say allegedly, they're going to drive her crazy.
Yeah, I heard a few of the people that's on the hit list. They said they're not going to cover Love of Marriage Huntsville anymore. Period.
And don't you know, I was thinking the same thing. And the only reason why, because you know me, you talked about that, right?
Yeah.
I talked about that. I said this is physically and spiritually draining.
Yeah.
Because these people had took this to a very dark place.
I know she always talk about how happy she is, and
not at all.
I believe that girl cannot sleep at night. I really believe it's eating her up because it's not going the way she planned.
That's it. When you play dirty, it never
works.
Because what she said when they go low, she take it to what?
She said she was going to take it to hell.
Thank you.
Now, what godly person is
Thank you
and want to take anybody to the depths of hell? That's
Thank
not
you.
godly.
Thank you. Thank you. Did you guys hear that?
I don't think so. I mean, people that are godly people, they're not going to take anybody to the depths of hell.
Now, what godly people would say when you go low, they're going to take it to hell. A godly person going to say, when they go low, I'm going to take it to God in prayer.
There you go. She said she would take them to hell.
Oh, my God.
Another thing that trips me out. You know, she always got God on her lips. Oh, God got her back. God. What church does she affiliate with? She don't go to church.
Thank you, girl. Like I said, they say these people have a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof.
She is not working or acting or behaving in a godly manner.
But what God said, you gonna know them by what? The fruit that they bear, right?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And Sydney said, now I see why Tisha says she has a dark soul. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And I made a video where I saw that demon in Melanie. I saw that demon in Melanie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because this right here is not, and nobody, and like I said, they're insane. We calling it out as it is. Nobody in their right mind will sit there and do the things that this girl is doing on this show. All she's doing is sabotaging herself, because only what you do for God is gonna last anyway.
Right. No, she's not operating in a godly manner to me.
Not at all. And that's how it's supposed to be, Starbucks. When they go low, you go higher. But she said, I'm gonna take it to hell.
Yeah.
So when we take, so when you say I'm gonna take it to hell, then the devil say, okay, you want to come visit me? Okay, so all right. You can't play on the devil's playground because he don't play fair.
Right.
You opening a door that you may not want to look and see what's behind that door.
Right. When you go low, godly people go high.
Thank you.
They don't go to the depths of hell.
So if you want to go to depth of hell, you open that door, honey. You might see something you don't want to see.
I know.
You might see an Arionne Curry.
Absolutely. I know a lot of godly people, and they never go to the depths of hell.
Thank you. You better stop playing with the devil, honey. The devil don't play fair.
Yeah, they go high. They pray on it and take it high. If you go low with them, they are not going to get with you. They are not going to go low with you. They ain't going to hell. They going to Jesus with.
Thank you. But not her. She wants to take it to hell. So if you want to take it to hell, you're going to stay miserable.
Yeah, she says she's happy, but I don't see how.
Girl, Mel is not happy at all. Sydney saying, and she's jealous of the attention Martell is getting from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. He is a bigger show now. Yes, that's why she's going live crying and trying to have a pity party. I think she's miserable. What you think about that?
I think Sydney is absolutely correct. Yep, I think she is correct. Melody is miserable and jealous of the attention that Martell is getting. I mean, he's got his faults, but Martell got a lot of good in him too.
And that's what God sees. That's why you got to be careful how you put your mouth on people, because you might make God have a change of mind where they say, oh, you trying to handle yourself. You trying to put your foot on this person. I'm going to raise him up.
Yep.
And that's what God is doing right now, raising him up.
Yeah, he has his faults, but he has a lot of good in him.
But God don't look at us the way that we look at man.
No.
God searches the man's heart.
Yep.
And like I said there and say, you never know. God might have a change of mind.
Yep.
So you got to be careful what you call good evil and evil good. You understand what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because what we're seeing right now, we seeing that God is opening doors for Martell that you wish you was in, that you dreamt that you was in.
Yeah, they said she wanted to be on a bigger show like Atlanta Housewives.
Yeah.
That would have never worked.
And the thing about it is now she want to go just because Martell is hanging with Carlos King, want to call Martell Queen. What you think about that? And when Martell was talking about her brother didn't want it, Martell didn't want it, his son with her brother. Oh, they sat there and they made a big stank about that. But now she can go around just because Martell is hanging with Carlos King. She can say that Carlos King, not Carlos, she can say now Martell is a queen. What you think about that, Queen? And now you know good and well that's wrong.
You know, that is disgusting for her to say that. She loved that queen. She laid up and had 4 babies with that queen. Didn't want to go nowhere. Was trying to keep him away from Arionne Curry. Now he's the queen. I don't think so.
Yeah, now all of a sudden he a queen now because he's hanging with Carlos King. Yeah. Make it make sense.
You know, I understand why he did not want Marcus and his husband keeping his children overnight. He didn't want nobody keeping them overnight. Really?
That's it. And they was trying, and that's another reason why they was upset with Martell. They was upset with Martell because they want to tell Martell how to parent his children. This man, he wants to parent his kids the way that he wants to parent. God gave it to him. So if he does not want his kids at the brother house, the cousin house, the aunt house, that's his children.
Yeah,
the Bible say train up a child in the way that they should go.
I never allowed my kids to spend a night nowhere.
Me either. My kids couldn't sleep out. I don't believe in all that sleeping out.
No, I never allowed it. You bring your mind home. And I was very particular about whose house they did visit.
Thank you.
No, they wouldn't spend the night nowhere.
Thank you.
My mother didn't allow it either.
We didn't either, girl. We, like I said, they say we come from the old school. We was raised, like I said there and say, honey, we didn't have all that.
No.
Sydney says, if you notice the big outlet are posting him and Real Housewives of Atlanta, nobody's posting Love and Marriage but YouTubers. That's it. Because they don't want to touch it.
Yeah, you're right.
You don't even see none of those big outlets. You don't even see TMZ. You don't see none of those big old platforms talking about Love and Marriage in Huntsville because they know that these people have turned it into a very detestable place. Yeah. Now I see that Jazzy is trying to come on. Do you know Jazzy? Because if Jazzy, I don't know you, you're gonna have to carry him up. She said, Mel, I don't mind you speaking your opinion, you know, because we all have a right to our opinion.
Yeah.
But she wants to come up. She said Mel is not miserable. Mel is winning. God is raising Mel up. And exactly. Do you want to hear what she said?
I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, let up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Jazzy. How you doing?
I'm fine. How y'all doing?
Doing great. What you got?
Now I was just listening to y'all, and I agree with y'all about. I agree. Well, I don't really know y'all. This is my first time being on your profile. I was just, scrolling through YouTube Street. But Mel is winning. I was just, in my opinion, she's winning. She's not miserable, and she left Martell. She was with him, 4 kids. He cheated on her and all kind of stuff. And she went on about her business.
And I understand all that, Jazzy. But the thing about it is that how long do you continue to beat this horse? You know, what is the solution for all this? Do they supposed to stay at each other, or how can they come to a solution where they just could be co-parent? which they're gonna be pretty much in the kids' life at least until they're 18. So now what I'm saying is, when you keep putting fuel on the fire and you keep fanning this and you're not moving on, and that's where you become stagnated. So what I'm saying now, you're saying that God is raising Mel up. I want to see all of them prosper, especially when it comes to my people. But now, what is a solution where these people could just be co-parent and they could move on, where we won't attach Mel and Martell together unless it's come with the kids, it's with the kids.
I think they both have to pick God first.
Absolutely, totally agree.
And I'm a child of God, and I want both of them to win too. So just y'all got your opinion, and I'm on the outside looking. I watch all the every season, and yes, I'm a millimeter, but I'm a critical thinker, and I'm just like you see, y'all don't see the games and the things where Mel keep trying to give him chance after the chance, and you see he keep blowing it. You see how he just attacked her at her kid's birthday party. He knew he wasn't invited.
Well, we have court documents, and also not Melanie, Martell also said, to confirm what Sherelle World had said, that his daughter had texted him and said that he was invited. So once he got there, because the daughter, he said his daughter is not going to lie. So do you think that when Martell had received that text that the daughter was lying?
The text was from year before last, and no, I don't think the daughter was lying, but they have to follow orders like the judge said. When Martell have the kids, Mel don't go barking and pick with them. He got his kid and Mel bring him to the Mel there.
I can't hear you. You're breaking up. You're breaking up. Say it
When
again.
Martell, when it's his days to have the kids, Mel give him his days to have the kids. They have to follow court orders. The daughter said, but the judge say, no, they gotta follow court orders because they don't follow court orders. They keep crashing Martell move. He wasn't supposed to be there. His daughter got before last and it was supposed to
You're
court.
breaking. You're breaking up.
I don't know why. Let me have my fan off.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
was
I have
year
my fan
before.
on too.
Yeah, okay, I apologize. That was year before last. His daughter invited him, and he didn't show up. This year, you have to follow court order. If he had the judge, the way it was said, he had the kids for Christmas and another important holiday, and Neil gave it to him. You can't just. This is not a world. We have to follow order. He knew he wasn't supposed to be there. He knew he wasn't supposed to be at the birthday party, but he was told before he was to go to the birthday party. He went anyway.
You can hear. You can hear. Logic. You can
Yeah,
listen.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he went before. I mean, he went and he wasn't supposed to be there. The message you talk about his daughter emailed him, that was from a year ago when Mel asked permission from the courts for him to come, and he didn't show up.
Mhm.
well, did you read the court documents where it said that they do have alternate holidays, but they are both supposed to co-parent effectively whenever the kids have special events? A birthday party is a special event,
Absolutely, Christmas too.
right? They're
You know,
both supposed to co-parent and behave according to the court documents during special events. A birthday party for Mariah and Malia is considered a special event. He was, according to the court documents, he is supposed to be there.
no. They know the odd days was for Mel. He tried to ask, can he get his kids that day? And the judge didn't grant it to him. He waited too late. He didn't have permission to be there. He was not supposed to be there. And that's when Mel said, I'm gonna call the police. You're not supposed to be here. He hurried up and got out of there after he started that mess.
Well, she could have called the police when he first pulled up, and she didn't because she knows that he's supposed to be at special events. She didn't call the police. He told her to call. She didn't.
She tried to have a decent conversation when you don't want to be acting. ghetto and ignorant at no kid's birthday party and family. She tried to be reasonable with him and pull him to the side. And then when he went to hooping and hollering at the other women, the Miss Van and the other lady, that's when Mel said, "Go before I call the police."
Okay, what about this right here, Jazzy? Because like I said, we looking from the outside in, right? You agree to that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, what about when Martell had told Carlos King that Melanie, and I think they also showed it on film, that Melanie and Martell was both out there in the parking lot together, where Melanie even saw Martell going into the building. So Martell did not have any cameras on him, so quite obvious Martell was going in, not to, be on a show or get a film. He was going there, so to support his kids. The only one that was cam up, and that was Melanie. So if Melanie said that she had a private event, why did Melanie had the cameras on her?
Mel to Martell knew prior to that he couldn't go. Mel told him that day
We
he could
understand that
go.
part.
Even
Okay.
after the fact, I don't know about what Martell said, what he
Okay,
said.
all right. Look,
I
hold
was
on, hold
out
on,
there.
hold on one second. Hold on one second. Okay, forget about all that. Let's go ahead to the actual event. Okay.
That's where I was about to
Once
go
he
to.
once he was in there, once he was in there, we already know that half of the stuff they had cut, but then they showed some of the clips on social media where the kids came up running to their dad, was very excited. Once he was in there, do you think that she should have told him to leave or just stay and handle him afterwards?
I think she should have told him to leave because he shouldn't have went anyway.
Then you're gonna hurt the kids.
No, no, because Mel said you could get the kids after, as soon as the party's over with. She's not trying to stop him from seeing the kids. You can get the kids after. It's a private event. You have to go. She called Martell on the phone. She told her daughter, "Hey, your daddy wants to spend time with you for your birthday." Martell didn't want to do it. He wanted to go there and see what Mel had going on and
Oh
to
my
the
goodness.
drama. He
Yeah.
went there that was all drama because if he cared so much about seeing his kids for his kid's birthday party, when his daughter called him on the phone and said, "Daddy, are you gonna come pick me up?" He would have came pick them up. He couldn't come pick them up.
You know that party in Atlanta was scheduled. He had to go to Atlanta to film the party for Ross. So she knew he couldn't pick them up at 5 or 6 o'clock. She knew the only time he was going to be able to see the girls for the birthday was up during the daytime because he had to travel, which is like 3 or 4 hours away, to go to Atlanta and film. Melody knew that.
Okay, which one is more important? Going to Atlanta filming for a show or spending quality time with your kids? If you say it's all about the kids and you want to co-parent this and that, you had the opportunity. Why you didn't take it? If you really want to be with your kids, you would have been available.
Well, what's more important, just like any other reality star, just like Melody, is making money. He got paid for going filming that particular night at that party. I ain't seen Melody give up no money when it's time for her to go somewhere and make money. She get on.
You know, that's what he always complained about. Mel working, she don't want to spend time with her kids. She worked too much. She worked too much. So I think that's just kind of biased. If you said if it's one thing he going to work, but why is it a problem with Mel work?
Well, yeah, Martell is a traditional man and feels like the wife, mother should be home with the kids, cooking and spending time with the children. Um, Melody sees it a different way. You know, she feels like she should be able to hop on a plane and be gone and go make some money.
Mhm.
Think
And like I
about it.
say, ain't nobody holding Martell for anything, because I do believe that Martell should have gotten with Melanie, instead of just, going, to the party. But he said that, his daughter has said that has thought it was fine.
Yeah.
But, you know, to me, I would have left But now that he's decided to go ahead and stay in, I wouldn't have never made a big scene, and that's the only part that I hold Melanie for, because once he was in, I would just say go ahead and just stay. That's what I would have done.
It took if it wasn't so much bad blood between them. Like Mel said, you got her family that it was bad. There's too much bad blood, so they need to both follow court orders. It's too much bad. If they had that kind of relationship to do that, yeah, but they don't have that kind of relationship. They
Okay,
don't have.
so
They
what
not
about this right
agreeing.
here, Jazzy? All right, you remember when Mel had told Martell that he could take the kids, for the book signing, and Mel decided that she wanted to go ahead and take the kids to a funeral, but she also had told the kids that they was able to go. So what makes you think that Mel didn't renege, just like she did with the book signing? Probably told Martell that he could come to the kids' birthday party, and then she had a change of mind that she didn't want him there. So what makes you think if she did it back then, she didn't do the same thing again?
If Martell had violated that court order by going to that party, he would have been held in contempt.
Yes.
The court documents, I've read it. They do have alternate holidays, but special events such as a birthday party, any type of event where the kids are performing, they are supposed to co-parent and participate. He
Yeah,
would.
and I read the court papers also.
I read the court papers.
Yeah, I did
A
too.
birthday party for both of those girls is considered a special event. If he had violated the court order by going to that party, he would have been held in contempt.
Hmm.
That's why
And
the police.
yeah,
Well, y'all
and
know that even Martell mentioned, even I don't know exactly what all the court orders with the paper said, but what I seen, it was ridiculous. But even though, and Martell even admitted, and he even told his mother that he need help and that he acted up a couple of times, and that's why the judge told him before even when he put his hands on Tank, the judge he didn't get to he didn't have to stay away from his kids for a while. He acted up again. That's why the judge told Martell, you have to go to these classes. You have to seek counseling.
They all had to go
His
to counseling.
behavior.
all of them had to seek counseling. All
Melanie
of
had
them
to go
going
to
to
counseling.
therapy.
Children went to counseling.
No, Mel going to therapy voluntary. The judge tell her to do it.
No, they all had court ordered therapy from a court ordered therapist. Melody does have her own specific therapist, but the
Yes, she did. She did had it, and before, as they were breaking up, before he introduced, before Martell introduced the kids to the baby, Mel said we need to go to counseling and learn how to co-parent. And Philly Martell said no, no, no. That's when you see Martell recorded them kids when Mel was saying the kids go to counseling. Mel did that on her own. That
Hmm.
was a very smart move of Mel to from Martell breaking up the family the way he did for her to pick them kids in counseling and everything. And Mel got it right. Martell don't pay for school. He don't pay for nothing. Everything is on Mel.
How
He
do you
bought
know? How do
stuff.
you know all that? How do you know all that, Jazz? We dealing with facts. How do you know Martell does not pay for
She
anything?
said it and he said it. And he even admitted before, and they both admitted to what he had to pay the light bill
So
when
where
the
is
kids was at
look?
his house.
Hold
They
on. You're
both
talking too
admitted in the
fast.
show.
Hold on, Jazz. Where is that information at? So I can go ahead and pull that up.
Go pull up last season. They both admitted it on the show.
So they admitted last season that Martell does not pay for anything.
Exactly.
I want you. Do you
He
know
said
anything
he
about
couldn't
that?
afford
Hold on.
he couldn't
Logical. Do you
afford the
know
light
anything
bill.
about
Melanie
that?
was paying the light bill for him. Pull
according
it up.
to the 50-50 custody case, neither one of them have to pay anything. He supports the children when he have them for that 7 days, and she supports the children when she have them for the 7 days. That's what the 50-50 was. Now the education is on her. That's what she decided. She wanted her kids to go to private school. He probably would have been cool with his kids going to public school. That was a choice that Melody must have made. But
They made that choice together. Them kids been in private school. They not supposed to. Mel's not going to stop her kids' lifestyle that they been having when her and Martell was together because they separate. They been in private school.
All right, Jazz, we can go back and forth about this right here. Now, I need you to tell me right now. We know all this stuff. Thank God that
I hear
they
you.
was not grown enough to make that decision for themselves where they needed a mediator. So now everything is set in
And I'm
place
here.
now.
Is
Okay,
everything
now the
okay?
question
Can
is
anybody hear me?
yeah, I can hear you real good.
Okay.
Okay, now we know now that they have the judge, everything is set in place. They have a mediator, they have a therapist, everything to make sure that everything is ran well now, where he don't have to worry about all these babysitters. He don't have to worry about, all this other stuff. Now, what is the solution? That's what we're trying to find out. What is the solution where these people now can stop beating this dead horse and they can be co-parent? What is the solution now? Because like I said, they going to see each other because they have very small kids. So what is the solution? How to make this show move forward? Because this show is not going to move forward when everything is about Martell and Melody, when they have other cast members. So what is the solution? Should we continue sitting there and wringing this old dish rag?
No, I don't think so. I just think they need to follow court orders. The court put
Absolutely,
the orders in
absolutely,
place and
absolutely,
just follow that.
absolutely,
And that's the solution.
absolutely,
If
absolutely.
they
I
can't get
totally agree.
along and come together, if they can't get along and come together, they just have to follow court orders.
Absolutely, I totally agree to. And another thing, a question I want to have, because I noticed that a lot of people that consider themselves as millimeters, they don't give Melody, they don't take accountability. Melody does not take accountability. So, what do you think? What we was talking about this earlier, mean logical. What about when it comes to Melody allowing her kids to hear all the stuff that's going on between her and Martell? Like, for instance, you remember when the child was following her mom and they saw Arionne Curry, and the dad, at a hotel or whatever. Do you
At a
think that the kids,
restaurant.
do you think that the kids should be involved in grown folks' business?
No. It was not a hotel. They was at they favorite restaurant, both of their favorite restaurant. Mel was riding by in the car and her daughter said, "Hey, get off my daddy." They was at a restaurant. It wasn't at a hotel. Just so happened her was small and they was riding by. Mel wasn't following him.
So it's a coincidence that the daughter saw, right?
Yes.
All right. What about one more question I need to ask you? Because, like I said, it's time for Mel to take accountability of the things that she done. What about Mel sitting there interfering in Keisha's relationship when by bringing in other women and bringing in the cousin? Do you think Mel was right? And you said that you stand on righteous, right? Do you think
Exactly.
that Mel was right to interfere in somebody else's relationship?
Do you watch the show?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because do you have you watched all seasons?
I watched all the seasons. Yes, I do. I
Okay,
might not be
so
into it deep like you guys, but I think I can follow along.
so Mel brought the Tisha cousin in, not for that, but see, they showed last season where it looked like Mel asked Tisha cousin what about Tisha marriage, but that's not what happened. They showed replay this season. Stormy and Kenny really started the mess, and Mel took the heat for it.
Yeah, but
And I
didn't it
do
all
think
happen at Mel house when Mel invited the cousin but didn't invite Tisha?
correct.
you didn't hear Melanie ask Kiki, has Tisha ever had any reason to question Marceau? You didn't hear Melody ask Kiki that question at that part?
Yes, yes. Did you hear what I just said? I said that's what they showed last season. And so, even on the reunion, it seemed like Kiki cousin wasn't standing up, like she didn't know or nothing like that. But they showed recently, I think 2 weeks ago, that Stormy and Kimmy brought up the situation was messy, and they also showed that Kiki knew the whole time her and her cousin was in communication. They didn't show that last year. They ran with the everybody ran with the narrative that Mel invited Kiki being messy. But it showed this year when they was at the spa, when Mel walked out, because Mel don't deal with drama. When she walked out, who really started the drama was Stormy and Stormy and Kimmy did that
Oh, I
at
thought
the
we were
spa.
talking about Melody's Christmas pajama party. I thought that's what we were talking
Yeah,
about.
that's what I'm
We
talking about. I'm talking about the Christmas party.
both
I'm
talking
talking.
about that.
Yeah, I'm
That's
talking
why I
about the
said, I
Christmas
don't think
party
that
when
y'all
Mel
watch the show
invited
clearly.
Kiki there.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. That's what I said. They showed it like Mel was being messy last year. Mel and Kiki took the blame for that. But they showed this year, 2 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, at the spa, they were still talking about the Christmas party. Who really started the drama was Kimmy and Stormy.
Kimmy
Well,
didn't
And
start the
then
drama.
when they went to
Kimmy only came back and told Letitia what had happened because she knew it was going to get out.
I,
no, she didn't tell her part, and she didn't tell how the conversation got started.
I watched
Stormy went
Melody
to the
episode.
conversation said,
Hold on 1 second, Jazzy. Let Logic speak.
I
Go ahead.
heard Melody ask Kiki at that party. Was that last year when I think they were all in black pajamas? Melody asked Kiki, "Has Tisha ever had any reason to question Marceau?"
absolutely. I agree with you. I just said that. But that's the way it was edited and made to show. I seen the same thing you said. We both in agreement. 2 weeks ago, they showed what really happened and how the mess got started, and Kimmy and Stormy started the mess.
No, no. I remember hearing Melody. I remember hearing it come out of Melody's mouth.
Oh, she did. We watched it. It did happen. I'm agreeing with you. You're absolutely right. Melody did say that. But they edited and they chopped and screwed what was going on. Kiki, you remember at the reunion, you recall the reunion, everybody was trying to make it seem like Mel brought Kiki on the show to talk about her when she brought the little Muppets out, this and the third. But like I say, 2 weeks ago, it was confirmed on the show at the spa that it did not happen like that. Kimmy and Stormy started the mess, and Kiki was in the right. Kiki was in the right the whole time, and that's why she kept saying. That's why even at the last event at the table, she said she was speaking her truth because she didn't get that start. That's what the way it was made to seem. I seen the same thing y'all seen because I watched the show. Yes, Melody did ask that, but who started the drama was Stormy and Kim.
Well,
They
that
took it right
question
and hit their hands.
may have started, but the question came out of Melody's mouth.
Absolutely, absolutely. It was a group conversation. It did, but who asked the real questions first?
Well,
Was Kim and
and
Stormy.
Stormy asked Kiki, "Has Tisha ever had a reason to question Marceau?" I didn't hear Stormy. Stormy didn't even know nobody at that time. That question came out of Melody's mouth.
No, that came out of Stormy mouth, and Stormy admitted it. That's why I know y'all not watching the show because
What you're saying is
clearly,
Listen to a logical. Let us speak, and then you can go.
I'm
Not
sorry.
logical.
What Jazzy is
Jazzy,
saying,
let Logic speak, and then you can go ahead and speak. Go ahead, Logic.
okay,
what I'm trying to figure out is you're saying that Stormy or whichever one asked Kiki
Kimmy,
about Tisha's questioning Marceau's fidelity. I didn't hear either one of them say, "Tisha, have you ever questioned Marceau's fidelity?" That came out of Melody's mouth.
Go ahead, Logic. I mean, go ahead, Jazz.
again, you're right. That's what happened last season.
Right.
They showed 2 weeks ago what really happened at Melody Christmas party.
And you're saying that Melody, Stormy asked asked
Yes,
about Tisha's marriage.
yes.
Well,
Stormy brought up the question, and Kim brought up the question.
what,
And that's why at the spot, even after at the tea party, did y'all watch the tea party?
Oh
Did
yeah.
you see Kiki still talking about it? And did you hear Stormy say, well, why you didn't shut me down then? If that's my cousin, if I'm your cousin and I'm saying this now, you should have shut me up.
Well, Stormy
Stormy
was
asked
talking
the
about
question. Stormy was the messy one.
Kiki talking about her cousin, and she shouldn't have.
No,
Point blank, period. Jazzy,
no, talking about her cousin business. Stormy mentioned the business.
look, Jazzy.
Melly did ask that, but who started the whole conversation was
Uh,
Stormy and
here's
Kim, and just admitted it.
I hear what you're saying, but here's why I'm saying what I'm saying. It was Melody's house, her party.
That's what I
She
was about to say.
invited everybody to her party.
Hmm.
She invited Kiki. I heard it come out of her mouth. The direct question to Kiki: has Tisha ever questioned Marcel's fidelity? And Kiki said, "Well, yeah, she's had in the past. She's had to question a few things." I heard what Melody asked her. I don't remember Stormy, or I don't remember hearing Stormy ask Kiki anything about Tisha's husband. That came out of Melody's mouth.
You're right. We both said the same thing. We repeat ourselves. We keep repeating ourselves. You're right. I agree. What it showed last week. I mean, last season. We both yes. That's what it showed.
And
But they
therefore,
showed 2 weeks ago that
when
that's
I
not how
heard
it
it come
happened.
out of Melody's mouth, I can't put it on Stormy. I heard it come out of Melody's mouth.
Absolutely, because it was her home.
It's her home. It came out of Melody's mouth. I
It did. Melody asked the question, but who started the drama was Stormy and Kimmy. They went back and told Kiki something that wasn't true, which made Tisha, they went back and told Tisha something that wasn't true that made Kiki look bad. Made it look like Melody started. But and it came out at the spa that the real person started it was Stormy and Kimmy. And
But
Stormy
still, of
admitted,
all, the part that you not seen, Jazz, is because
I'm seeing
it
it.
happened in Melanie's home. Just
Yes,
say like now, with just say let's put you and I together, okay? Just say right now, if you and I had something going on, and Jazzy, not Jazzy, Logic, we're not going to invite her. But we're going to invite you, which you are Jazz, Logic's cousin, and I'm gonna sit there and I'm gonna talk about Logic to you. Okay, how would do you think you don't think that's mess?
that's it.
You're not
I
inviting,
agree. That's
them, you're not inviting me, but yet you guys talking about me. Come on, Logic. You sit there and say you stand on righteous now.
heard Kimmy say, I don't think we should be talking about Tisha because Tisha's not here to defend herself.
Absolutely. That's what
That's
Kimmy
what
said.
Kimmy said. Why are we talking about Tisha? Tisha's not here to defend herself. It came
And
out of Melody's
that's
mouth.
it. And that's all we trying to get you guys to see. You should take accountability for some stuff. Like I said, there and say we're not condoning what Martell did. Yes, Martell, what he did, it was rotten, it was wrong. But still, of all, Melody still have to take accountability for some of the stuff that she have done. I think that Melanie owed Letitia apology, because you see, if it was me, I'm gonna tell you how it was. If it was me, if I know that I had a friend that's trying to sit there and tell me about my husband, and when I decide like I don't want to hear it, then you go and you dig up dirt, then you go and bring my family in. Trust me, it's gonna be a fight. So
okay. I don't think y'all really watched the show because if you
how
see
could
how
you
it
say that?
started,
How could you say that?
Okay, so Martell is the one that went back and said the 20 women and mentioned everything. And Mel got the blame. Tisha went back and asked Mel, do you know about my husband cheating? Mel said something happened. Then she said, you need to just pull up at black after when them kids go to sleep and pull up at black. Mel did not say that. Martell
I could play
started.
the video for you. I have that clip right now. I
Play
could
it,
when
please.
Mel, hold on, Jazzy. When Mel and Tisha and Kimmy and I think it was Stormy, I play that video all the time. They all was sitting at the table. It was Mel that sat there and told Letitia, your husband was cheating. Letitia said, where did you get that information from? And what Mel said, I got it off of YouTube.
Okay, can you play? Cause you know,
Yes, let me go
I
ahead and
say
let me
right
pull
is
it up.
right, wrong
Hold
is
on.
wrong. Thank
That
Yeah.
you.
was at the Galatine party.
Yeah, let me
Yeah.
pull it up. I'm finna pull it up right now. But y'all can continue talking.
Yeah, that's it. I just feel like Martell the one started the rumors. Martell the one started saying
Yeah.
that the staff is cheating with the 20 women
Yeah.
and Mel took the blame. I always see Mel taking accountable for herself. I never see Mel Martell really admit when he wrong. He say it, but then it's what?
Martell brought up the 20 women
Is
uh,
that
comment, but never produced not one female by name that Marceau was supposed to have been with. Never. Refused to do it. Melody is the one that tried to bring Alonda onto the show to say that she had an affair with Marceau. Alonda refused to do it.
okay? So are you talking about from the reunion, or are you talking about what Tisha said?
No, I'm talking about Melody said at the reunion, she asked her to come. The girl said she wanted money, and Melody said you have to go to production for that. But Melody asked Alonda to come on the show and state that she had an affair with Marceau.
That's not true. Melody didn't ask a lot of come. She was supposed to come and tell Tisha that she didn't know that they was married at the time. And when they was talking about it, Marceau talked over Melody and would let Melody get a word in. And that's what Melody said, because she couldn't defend herself for men attacking her. And that's what Melody said. Not finna argue with legs, hips, and breasts.
You didn't hear Melody say that she communicated with Alonda. Alonda told her everything. You didn't hear Melody say
No,
that?
I heard Melody say that that's not what Yolanda was coming on the show for. Yolanda's coming on the show to say something else. That's between Messy King and the money part. That didn't have nothing to do with me, but they didn't let her get a word in. And she kept trying to explain herself and Marcel, because when you guilty, you overspeak and you try to overspeak when somebody can't get a word in. And
Yeah,
that's what Marcel did. He
he
overtalked Melanie, it was bad,
did.
and Melanie just shut up.
Yeah, he did try to overtalk her. He wanted Melody to ask, to tell how she knew and what Alonda said.
He acted like he wanted to, but he didn't give her a chance to speak. You asking her a question, but you're not letting her answer.
But you didn't hear Melody say that she had had a conversation with Alonda. She
Yeah.
invited Alonda on a trip, and she asked Alonda to come on the show and speak to T.
No, I didn't hear that. I didn't hear it go the conversation go like that. She
Oh,
didn't say she asked Yolanda to come on the show. She barely could get a word in. What she said was Yolanda was supposed to come on the show. She talked to production. Melody said that don't have nothing to do with me. Yolanda was supposed to come on the show and say I didn't know what was going on, but one part didn't have nothing to do with me. That's what Melody was trying to explain.
oh, you did hear her
But
come out of Melody's mouth
Marcel
though.
wouldn't let her talk.
Come on the show. You
Say
did
that
hear Melody say that, right?
say it again because we was talking at the same time.
You did hear Melody say that Alonda was supposed to come on the show.
Absolutely, I heard it.
Okay. Yeah, and you did hear her, Marcel asked her, well, how do you know? And Melody said, because we talked. Alonda,
Yes, I heard that too.
yeah. Well,
I heard that, and I heard that you see we got to, like you say, Melody got to be accountable for her actions. We got to, like I'm saying, and I'm agreeing what I heard and what I believe. My truth. We all have to let everybody needs to take accountable for their action.
right.
Absolutely.
Marcel did not let Melody really get a word in. He would ask a question and talk over her. He didn't let her explain
Well,
herself.
let me ask you this, Jersey. Who invited Alonda to come on the show?
The producers.
Wow. Come on. Come on.
Oh, my God.
Come on,
Melody said
Jazz.
she don't have that part. Melody said that she was trying to say, I don't have no control over the money, this and that, the third. Y'all have to, y'all didn't see that man that was verbally abusing the Melody. What I seen, you're loud talking to women. You're not letting the woman get a word in. They all attacked Melody on that show, and Carlos allowed it. Melody couldn't barely get a word in.
And you're saying that the producers invited Alonda. Not,
Yes, who you think invited this last girl that came on to the tea party? You have to get permission to go on the show. Melody is the executive producer, but she don't have that much power like everybody thinks she do. Melanie don't be finding out stuff to as the show go on when we do.
So
Just
you
the
don't
stuff
think that
that
Melanie so you don't think that Melanie was trying to get Yolanda on to back up what she was trying to put out?
no.
Come on, Yolanda.
Because you know what, I would have believed that. I thought that at first, but what made me feel like it was somebody
So
guilty
what was the
was
purpose of
they
Yolanda
was not
coming?
letting her speak. And when the man is over talk, because I was married to a narcissist 13 years. When the man is over talking you and loud, they don't want to hear what you got to say. They trying to stop you.
Mm.
They don't. They are the days that wrote Marceau wasn't wrong with that. He didn't want his dirty laundry to get aired out. That's why he didn't give Bundy room to talk.
Yeah, he was definitely over talking her. He wasn't letting her get it.
Thank you.
Yeah, he was.
You
I
talking
know.
about
And you know
with
what I
Tisha?
like about this podcast, because y'all have your opinion, I have my opinion, but
Absolutely.
we could talk about like adults. Y'all may not know I have a little fear of public speaking, but I'm getting used to it. But
Yeah,
we could talk about it as adults, and
for
we
sure.
may not agree on everything, but at least we could talk as adults.
And that's
Absolutely.
what I like. I like where we have to agree to disagree. Because
Yeah,
we don't want everybody to be a yes or no. Yes a person or follow a bandwagon.
yeah.
But that's the uniqueness about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the uniqueness about it.
I respect your opinion. We can agree to disagree. I heard something one way, you heard it a different way.
Mhm.
It don't make either one of us wrong. You know,
Absolutely.
Correct.
I
I
respect your.
want to see the video that she was
I'm
talking
trying
about.
to find it. I know I
Okay.
posted. That's what I'm looking for right now. That's why I
Oh,
told you
maybe
guys
that's
to go
what I
ahead and
want to
talk.
see, because when I'm not saying
Yeah.
this is my opinion. I don't feel like Melody perfect. Everybody say y'all think Melody perfect. What I do see is a woman of God. I see her. I see a woman that's been through physical. They don't really too much show a lot of mental abuse, and I see a woman that's came out the mud and went through all what she did and still standing. She's my inspiration. I love the way she do things. I just love her. I just like the way she stand up, and I like to see how she, like y'all was saying when I first got on to the because I was just scrolling YouTube and y'all saying Martell Concy Blossom. I don't too much see that with Martell, but I see Mel Blossom. I see everything that she touch,
Uh-huh.
she's winning, and I love to see it. And like I say, y'all may not know this, but this has been a problem with me of public speaking, public reading.
Now you're
And
doing a good
so I
job.
look at Mel and some of these
Sydney, I
YouTube
went ahead and
subscribers.
dropped the link. Go ahead,
I look
Jazz.
at Mel and some of these YouTube subscribers, and I'm like, okay, and they let me, like, just like y'all allowed me on y'all platform. I don't know who platform I'm on,
Uh-huh.
and it gave me a chance to talk. But I like the way Mel do things and handle things. She's a boss, and I see everything she touches. She shining, and I love the way she carry herself, and
Mm.
she motivate me
I
to even want to
agree.
speak, to even step out
Mm.
my share, what I'm doing right now, speaking into whoever thousands or hundreds of people,
Yeah,
something I never thought I would do.
I agree. Melody is a boss. She is a hustler. I like her hustle. I don't like the way she interact with other people. I got to give it to her. The girl is on
Hmm.
her game. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't like the way she interact with other people. But that's my opinion. I mean, I can respect her hustle and dislike the way she moves. You know,
Yeah,
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. Like
also a woman that went through
she's
a lot, and
true.
she stood there. She stood with her man. She had 4 kids, her ex-husband. She
Mhm.
stood there until God told her to go. And I like to see how she blossom out that situation. She teaching a lot of young ladies. I could do, y'all could do. Y'all don't have to sit up here and put up with this abuse. Y'all don't have to take this.
Absolutely. I think we all been there. I've been cheated on and turned around and earned 4 degrees and did my
Hmm.
own thing and let
But
my
you
husband
see,
go.
we all been cheated on, but we don't let that stagnate us. We're
Right.
not gonna go out there, and that's the part where it comes with Melanie. Melanie allowed that to stagnate her because I'm not going to give nobody that much power. If I know that, I'm in a toxic relationship, I'm not going to try to go out there I'm not even going to talk about that person no more, because when I talk about that person, all I'm doing is just giving my energy to that person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't like. I guess like you say, we all see something different because I don't see Melody doing that.
Jazzy, Sydney got a question for you.
I'm here.
How do you feel about the petition and the toxic fans? You seems like a good one. Well, forget about the end. But how do you feel about the petition and the
I
toxic
absolutely
fans?
love it. I signed it.
Uh-huh.
I absolutely love it, and I'm a milliliter, and we're not toxic. Some of it, just like today, for instance, I was just, scrolling through y'all page, didn't know I just was scrolling through YouTube and ran across y'all, and we had a conversation,
And I'm surprised you
and we
found my
both
page
able to
because I
talk.
thought I was shadow banned.
And so I ran across somebody else's page today, and they was dead. Well, it didn't go that way, and before you know it, I didn't say the D and the H, and then they was saying they think I'm somebody else, so I got more than one profile, or that I was watching their page. I wasn't. I'm just scrolling through the YouTube streets, just like it landed on your page, and I think people try to make us a negative, but it's not. It's not a negative like that.
Have to be a negative. We can agree to disagree. Like I say, I 100% agree with you. The Melody is a boss. She is a hustler.
And not only just Melanie, all of them.
Yeah,
It's
all of them
every
are.
last one of them. I think
Yeah,
what Letitia did. I think Letitia, she should be really praised for what she did,
right.
because first of all, Letitia came from the ground up.
Yeah,
She got a master's in MBA, and you know good and well, for business that is very hard.
yeah, it's a hard
That is very hard to get.
yeah,
And
and
to
it's
say that everybody looking at they just have a business in Huntsville, these people have like four different locations
right.
and they are doing good. So,
Well,
like I said, I want to see all of them prosper,
yeah, me
but they
too.
cannot put this foolish stuff. This foolish
Hmm.
stuff is what's interfering in all of it.
Okay, I want to see all of them prosper too. Everybody prosper. Y'all, them, me, and everybody in the world. I want everybody to win.
Amen. Absolutely.
I do want Jazzy is a millimeter, and I want her to know that I ain't dogging your girl. I give her praise. All of them are successful. I don't like the way Melody interact with people around her. That's my problem with her. Otherwise than that, she's a beautiful woman. Um, she has several businesses that are flourishing. I'm happy for her. I just don't like the way she interact with others.
And you know what? And that's where I disagree. Um,
Jazzy, I'm gonna show it. I'm
everybody
gonna
knew.
Jazzy. Hold on. I'm gonna make
Okay,
sure I post that video tomorrow here, because I've been looking and I don't see it
okay.
here. I'm
Do
gonna
you
post it
realize
tomorrow.
Wendy was? You said the people around her,
Yeah,
Which is
the people you talk about, Tisha and Marceau and Kim and all of them.
yeah,
There was friends for Coleslaw that knew what was going on, that didn't tell Mel nothing.
oh my
Put a
goodness.
smile on them in her face.
They're not supposed to get in her personal life. Not in my opinion.
If we friends, no, 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 no. If we
No,
friends,
no,
Mel
no.
brought them on the show. They
No,
need to
no,
be
no.
careful. Mainly Mel brought them on the show. Mel gave them the platform. Mel helped them with the business. Mel let them stay in her house to start off. No, they friends. And no, they all knew and they threw it up in their face about the BMW, this, that, and the third. They wasn't loyal to Mel like Mel was to them.
look
And
what
that
Sydney said. Sydney said if Carlos goes, that means Melody job is over too. So if you guys out there signing a petition, don't you think that's going to jeopardize Melanie? Because the only one that's really look like they got a foot in another door, and that's Martell. And they said that Marcel, he might, be showing a little few scenes on Love and Marriage in Detroit. So look like the only one that's gonna be sit on Love and Marriage in Huntsville if you guys signing this petition, and that's going to be Melanie. That's
oh,
why I say you have to be careful what you ask for.
To the
oh
point.
no, no, I won't. And I really, I don't want.
Bring me
I
up
don't
orange.
feel like they deserve to be on the show. the way they behave and the things that they doing.
Bring me
I
one of
don't
these.
think they're signing the petition, not for 1 second. And Melanie got a lot going on. She don't need this show. The show
Okay, so
needs
you
her.
saying Melody
If
does not
Melanie,
need the
if,
show?
no stuff.
No,
Mel,
I think Melanie did good. So we're not gonna knock Melanie from all the stuff that she did. But the thing about it is that Melanie is not the only one that's could make money off the show. The way that you guys think is that Melanie is the only one that's supposed to make money. I want to see
I
all of
don't
them
think
make
that.
money.
I don't think that. I'm only watching the show because Mel said watch the show. I'm ready to like it because this is Mel baby. This is her dream. I'm ready to see Mel leave. She desperate for greatness. I'm ready to see her leave. I'm sick of seeing her be abused and season after season being abused and bullied down. I'm
Well, I
sick
would love to
of
see
it.
Melanie leave as well because if Melanie is not happy, you don't need no low vibration of person and someone in a place that they're not happy. I would love to see her leave because, like I said, how that's just like you are in some place and you're not happy. That's
But
a
you know the
miserable
thing is,
feeling.
this is what people keep forgetting. This is Mel
So
baby. I
would
would
you
love to
guys
see her leave,
so
but
listen
this is
listen to
Mel
this.
baby. Mel came up with this. If you listen to the story of how the show came about, Mel came up with this. This is Mel baby.
Yeah,
That needs to be off the Mel show. That's why I'm
logical had
signing
broke it
the
down to me.
petition
Hold on
because
one
they
second,
nothing
Jazzy.
but abusing her.
Yeah, hold on one second. Logic had broke it down to me. Yes, but it may be Mel's baby, but Mel is not cutting those checks.
Jazzy, is this the show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, is this the show that Melody and Martell pitched to Carlos King?
Mel pierced it. She made Martell look good. Mel pierced
This,
it.
this specific show, Love and Marriage
Yeah,
Huntsville.
yeah.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Melody
It was supposed
Let
to
let
be.
let
It
let
was
let, let
supposed to
logic
be
let
black
logic break it
Rebecca
down. Let
Richards.
logic speak. Jazz, let logic speak, and then you next. Here,
Jazzy.
go ahead, Lodge.
Melody and Martell pitched a show called Holt and Hope. Just them two. They videoed it and sent it to Carlos. Carlos said, no, ma'am. You have to have a full cast, an assembly cast, come up with a few friends, couples. This is not the show that they pitched. The name of that show that they pitched was Holt and Hope.
Did you know
No,
that? Did you know that?
no. I thought the name of the, and then I forgot the words exactly, but it was supposed to be black couple, power couples having business,
Oh, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
selling realty.
It was just them. Just Martell and Melody. Holt and Hope. That was the
And Carlos said recently on his old podcast with Martell, he said he seen Mel in the airport, and Mel always had the it factor. He knew when he seen her. It was Mel. Mel made Martell look good. You see now Mel gone.
They made
Mel is
each other
gone.
look
Look at
good. They
Martell.
made
Look at
they helped
Martell.
each other. They was married. They did for each
What,
other.
what do you feel like he did to help her?
What he did from help her, he got her out of the school system and put a face, helped her with the brand that they had and made her CEO of his lawn company business. And they went ahead and
to property.
go ahead, logical.
Yeah, I was just asking Jazzy, is this the specific show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, that Melody and Martell pitched to Carlos? And she said yes, but it's not. Hope and Hope. It was just the two of them. Them as a couple. That's the show they pitched.
The show that I was told, and Mark and Carlos King mentioned it just recently. It was supposed to be about black power couples in real estate,
Okay,
making
this is
business
what we're gonna
moves.
do. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do our assignment. You make sure you bring that information tomorrow. Logical. What
Okay,
time do you want to come back on? 6 o'clock,
uh,
good, or
6 o'clock works for me.
6 o'clock work for you?
Yeah, it works for me. I'll bring it.
Okay, well, you bring your information because, like I said there and say, it's time for us to do some fact checks, okay? And also,
Okay,
I'm gonna
hold
bring
on.
my
Hold
information because I remember when all of them was at the table, and when Melanie had brought up about Marcia was cheating, Tisha asked Melanie, "Where did you get it from?" And Melanie said, "Off of YouTube."
Okay, so you said tomorrow is my 40th birthday. I'm about to be big 40.
Well, you can. Oh,
Thank you, but
congratulations!
we can
Happy
do it.
birthday!
6 o'clock. It won't be a good time for me because
Yeah,
I can come my receipts and my paperwork too. I can do my homework too. We could come the day after that if y'all don't mind. But
that'll,
tomorrow be 40 and I'm trying to live life.
girl, I remember when I was 40. You go party for your 40th.
Mm-hmm. I
Yep.
remember when
Thank
I
you,
was
thank you.
42. I was nice and sexy.
Yep.
Well, I'm partially disabled, but I do want to look good and eat good. I'm going to get dressed up. I broke my hips years ago, so
Oh,
it's
wow.
limited to what I could do, but I am going to look good. I'm not going to let my disability stop me. I'm going to keep it pushing. I'm going to look good.
Amen. Absolutely.
You go
Absolutely.
party for that 40 because 40 don't come around no more. Okay?
That's it. That's it.
Thank you. No
You only
problem.
live once. And if I don't see you, congratulations.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
But
Thank you.
make sure you watch the video because we're gonna come on tomorrow at 6 o'clock. So you say 6 o'clock work for you, right?
Yeah, it works.
Lodge?
Yeah, it works for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sydney also said, Jazzy, happy birthday.
I was just about to tell her thank you. Thank you. Thank y'all. Thank you for letting me on your platform.
Oh, no
All
problem.
millimeters ain't bad. We some good people.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody is. I mean, we just, we don't agree on everything.
Exactly.
We can be polite and cordial. And
Yeah.
yeah.
But we gonna present some facts, okay?
Right.
You too. Y'all
'Cause
have a blessed day. Thank you for
you
allowing me up. God
you
bless
too.
y'all.
Yeah,
You
God bless
too.
you too, good dear.
You too.
Bye bye.
So I really enjoyed it. So we girl, look, we done did 2 hours and 30 minutes.
I know, girl. It was good, though. I
Yep,
enjoyed it.
2 hours and 30 minutes. So tomorrow we're gonna come on around about 6 o'clock here.
Yeah, and I will bring the proof that it was not Love of Marriage Huntsville. The name of the show that they pitched was Holt and Hope.
And I'm gonna bring the proof that Melanie said that she got all that information from YouTube.
Yeah, I remember that.
You remember that? I made a video. I just can't find it. I was scrolling trying to look.
It was,
Sydney say I'm coming up tomorrow. That was a good chat. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Like I say, this is what I want. That's my prayer. I'm not worrying about the crowd. Long as we have the right to agree to disagree and
yeah.
to make it feel like it's just home. Home. I don't want to be all stuffy, right?
You see, Sydney says she's coming tomorrow too.
Yep, yep, yep. That's
Yep.
what it's all about, having fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
And we all have a right to agree to disagree.
Absolutely.
But we also want to bring the truth too. You understand what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
absolutely.
and we're gonna call on it. So girl, look, I'm finna go because I know my husband about to come out of his man cave.
Yeah, I'm about to go and eat my dinner.
What you cook?
I made a chicken pot pie scratch.
Oh, okay, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see you tomorrow because we've been on here for 2 hours and 30
I know,
minutes.
girl, and you really try to stick to the 1 hour deal, but
You're
yeah,
right. You're right. And Sydney say this. The Sydney. I don't know. That's a girl. That's a girl. Say it's a healthy debate, and that's what we were all about. Grown folks just talking, right?
absolutely. Just talking.
That's
Yeah.
it. All righty. Good night here.
Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night, guys.
Bye bye.
All righty. Good night, guys.